We're at your boy Corey, Real Men Get It Done, giving games, tips, and tricks about how to launch, grow, and scale your cleaning business here in 2026. Hey you guys, your boy Corey here, Real Men Get It Done. We are getting ready to actually do a walkthrough for a commercial residential apartment turnover at one of our local universities in the area. Want to highlight before I go in here and do this walkthrough just a few intangibles, because of course a lot of people have always asked me or continue to ask me about commercial, how you get in the game, questions from A to Z. But these are a few things that I can think of just in the moment while I'm getting ready to do this walkthrough. Customer service. The reason why we're even getting ready to do this walkthrough is because of the past relationship that we built and cultivated with this actual university apartment complex. Last year, we did the entire apartment turnover for all of their apartments on campus, and that led to them connecting back with us months later to say that they need some additional services along with some additional cleanings for a whole different complex on the campus. So that's cool. I never can say that enough. Customer service is so important as you are building your business, building your brand. And I don't think people pay attention or pay enough attention to it. So a couple of things you can do to cultivate this whole thing of customer service before you even get that walkthrough: your reviews. Now, before I started as evolving my business to where it's at now, I started with just a Facebook page. But even with just a Facebook page, I made sure I got customer reviews. That was a big thing to me because that was important when people looked me up, that they saw that people had good things to say about my business. Now that we've grown and scaled to a 6-figure cleaning business with multiple cleaners under our umbrella, it's still very important to me. So the reason why this university found us, and we honestly are an hour and a half away, the reason why they found us because there weren't a lot of people having good customer service, doing a good job, and they were open to connect with anybody who was willing to travel to perform the job duty with getting those apartment cleans done. So that was the first thing, customer service. I'm big on that, and I say as you do a walkthrough, it should be a customer service from the beginning throughout, even to the end when you turn in your proposal. So customer service, I can't hit that enough. By getting my reviews up, going back to that, that's what allowed them to find us, and that allowed me to get the opportunity to even do the walkthrough on the apartment turnovers. Now fast forward here months later, and we're back to do some more, to do another walkthrough and hopefully win this additional contract. So if you're looking for a commercial, first of all, just keep that in mind. Apartments in your area that are owned by colleges, or even the apartments are near any colleges or institutions of higher learning, those are institutions you can reach out to because they may be looking for cleaners as they're doing apartment turnovers and cleans and things of that nature. So that's number one. I would say apartments for colleges is a good fit. Two, make sure your customer service is top notch throughout the entire process. And three, when you are doing walkthroughs, as I'm going to do right now, it should be collection gathering. It should be an opportunity for you to take a lot of pictures, video. I have my measurement tape. I would do a little bit of everything and really trying to deep dive on what the customer wants, what they need, and how you can best support them. The cheapest price does not always mean that it's going to be the best product. A lot of times universities or just clients in general, the reason why they're looking for a new client is because they may have tried to go with the cheapest route and it wasn't the best bang for their buck. So I don't always think about price, but of course I'm going to ask that to try to stay within their budget. But I would say those are just a few nuggets I can think of before I do this walkthrough. And yeah, I just want to continue to give some tips, tricks, and game about the commercial space. So I thought to do that before I do this walkthrough. So let's get into it. Real men get it done. All right, first things first, most times you will get a scope of work, which is awesome. So you can see a big picture of what all's going to be required and what you need to take care of, but not always. So here's some other things that I kind of look at. Flooring. So each of these buildings, and there's 2 buildings in all with about 300 students in each building, has a clubhouse. This clubhouse has a lot of hardwoods, which is good because that ends up being a little bit easier to clean versus carpet. So I'm looking at that as a detail. Here's the other clubhouse, but I'm looking at that as a detail. that will also help me with my proposal writing. And then I'm also taking pictures, videos, and measurements if I can. They also are going to send me the schematics of this facility, which is great, but sometimes you don't always get that. So you got to take your own video, your pictures, and your measurements to kind of see how much area you're covering. Also, with the data collection gathering, I like to see what I can find out about the previous company. What kind of supplies were they using? How often were they in the facilities? How many cleaners did they have? Things like that will also help you to kind of be able to adjust your proposal accordingly when you turn in your final proposal / quote / bid. So these are good things that I asked. Again, the whole goal is to collect as much data as you can to be able to create your proposal and be okay with asking additional questions. So we toured both facilities in whole. Again, about 3 floors at each facility, laundry rooms, some study rooms, and some office spaces is the gist of this entire proposal. But it was a nice walkthrough. I was able to ask a lot of questions, get a lot of things kind of understood. And I've done some work obviously with this facilities manager before, so going to put my best foot forward as we move forward to solidify this contract. All right, y'all, I am so excited. The walkthrough is done. Met with my boy, who is the facilities manager, and man, I was like just telling them for real talk, like, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna win this thing. And it's cool because what they're actually looking for, to bring it more context, is a porter. So just a person that's going to be like the day person, taking care of the lounges and making sure the elevator, the bathrooms are clean in their apartment. Actually, these aren't apartments. These are more residential style living. So more so like 4 bedrooms, 2 bedroom style with just a little kitchenette in there versus a full apartment with a washer and dryer and kitchen and all that good stuff. So like sometimes it's a little bit cheaper on the college campuses and a little bit less maintenance. But of course, like I said, they'll have laundry rooms and stuff like that they want to be taken care of, and they want somebody to come in and take care of it Monday through Friday. So I'm definitely going to make sure I get a sweet spot with the pricing. I did ask for the pricing. He's going to be able to send me that of what the current folks are doing. And they went up on pricing, but to be honest, I didn't see that they were adding any more value with them going up in their pricing. So we're going to make it work, and just very excited. And for folks, I just thought about this. We are so consumed with people thinking about post-construction cleaning as commercial. A lot of times that ends up being a one-time and you're done. But the thing I love about commercial contracts is because when you sign on that dotted line, you're already in their system. They may need you for a stint like 3 months. They may need you a year from then, from the time you first dealt with them. But since you're in their system, you can keep getting recurring work. So I love that. We're already in their system. So it's just a matter of us getting the numbers in, making sure the numbers are right, and they'll sign off on it, and we'll be easier to onboard than a brand new contractor. So commercial is where it's at. Definitely the wave in 2026. I'm feeling very motivated and excited just to have this opportunity and continue to grow our business. So I'm excited. Whew, let me get back home because I'm about an hour and a half away. But again, luckily I have some cleaners that are here in this area that'll help me if and when we do win it. And if not, I got cleaners that even are in my area that wouldn't mind driving up here, because when we did the summer turnover cleans, as long as the work was there, folks didn't mind coming up to actually work here on campus. So till next time, that's where we're at. Your boy Corey, Real Men Get It Done, giving games, tips, and tricks about how to launch, grow, and scale your cleaning business here in 2026. So let's get it done, y'all. Destroy your excuses. Also, check out the merch. It's in my bio. You should see it. And let's have a blessed and prosperous 2026, y'all. All right, till next time. Peace and blessings.